Alrighty, welcome back to another video, and today let's talk about the 3 new skills that we have coming to Bannerlord with the new War Sales DLC. So the devs stated that they are adding 3 new skills, like these right over here, all of these are all skills, but not one new attribute. These are the attributes, okay? It's all these over here. So what they stated is each single skill will be attached, each single one of the 3 will be attached to 2 different attributes. So we'll talk about how I think that will look after we check out what the devs had to say about what's to come. Okay, so let's go to, where is it? Right over here. All right, and we have 2 things. We have first a video of the devs talking about the 3 new skills, and then also them pretty much, in writing, not like, in writing, I guess, talking about the skills. All right, so without further ado, let's do it. First, we're gonna watch the we're gonna watch the video after, and then we're actually going to see what other people are saying about it as well. But first, let's talk about what are going to be the 3 new attributes, okay? So the question was, this is from the Q&A number 2. By the way, link down below. I go over the full Q&A, all right? So is there going to be a new attribute and 3 new skills, and can we know the names of the attributes/skills? We're not introducing a new attribute, but War Sales will add 3 new naval-oriented skills, each bound to existing attributes. Please bear in mind that some of these details may still change, okay? So it's not final. They might change it up. Who knows? First we got is Mariner. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Enhances your personal combat prowess during naval engagements and bolsters your effectiveness in leading troops and employing tactics in sea battle. Bound to vigor and endurance. So it's bound to vigor right over here. These right over here. And endurance, so it skips control, so it's these 2 right over here, which is again kind of weird. We're kind of splitting. How is this gonna look? Next we have is Boatswain. It governs the well-being and discipline of your ship's crew as well as the vessel's overall combat readiness, including rigging and supplies. Bound to social and intelligence. It's the 2 bottom ones right over here. And then Shipmaster improves your navigational abilities, the effectiveness of naval siege engines under your command, and the speed and quality of ship repairs and upgrades. Bound to control and cunning. So these right over here, control and cunning right over here. Okay? So again, listen. Because before I thought, when I first heard about this, right? I thought, okay, so the first one's going to be for these 2, right? And it's going to be at the end right over here. It's going to be kind of like a sectioned off, like one of the, like a greater than sign, right? Or it would be a less than sign. Whatever, it would be like 2 arrows, and then it would be right here in the middle, and that would be the next skill, right? But now that we're kind of skipping in between these 2 right over here, maybe... Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do it UI wise. Maybe they might still just put it down here, but then it kind of like this one will be like kind of like not clickable like this right over here, and they could just put the 3 down there. They might do that, but I'm not sure completely. Exactly what they're planning, and also. Are these going to be full fleshed out skills, or are these going to be kind of like, because it's from a DLC, it's from a paid DLC, which the majority of players won't have these skills. This is part of the DLC, right? So because these skills have to do with the water, and you don't have the water in the original game, you only have it in the DLC. So therefore, maybe it'll look, maybe they'll put it in the side somewhere right over here. I don't know. How do you think the UI will look? How will they place it? Because but I think in terms of like what they're when it goes to right over here, what they're like bound to, I think that kind of tells you what type of perks we were gonna have with them as well. So Mariner is bound to vigor and endurance. So kind of like, you know, and what does it say? Your prowess during naval engagements, which pretty much means like battles, right? So again, you know, vigor has to do with a lot of fighting. And then what's it called? And bolsters your effectiveness in leading troops and employing tactics. Uh, well, endurance doesn't really have that much either of that. I don't know. It's a toss up. I don't know if they might change this. If they might go to the, you know, because they said it's bound to change. They might do it like this as well, but I don't know. What do you guys think? But let's move on. Let's talk about what they have said in this video. I have not watched this video yet. First time. Let's do it.
Brand new naval-oriented skills are coming with the new Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord War Sales expansion. Mariner, Boatswain, and Shipmaster will help during sea battles and naval voyages. Mariner is a skill that enhances your personal combat prowess during naval
It's the same thing! Oh!
engagements and bolsters your effectiveness in leading troops and employing tactics in sea battles. It will be bound to vigor and endurance. Boatswain is a management skill that governs the well-being and discipline of your ship's crew, as well as the vessel's overall combat readiness, including rigging and supplies. It will be tied to social and intelligence. And finally we have Shipmaster, a personal skill that improves your navigational abilities, the effectiveness of naval siege engines under your command, and the speed and quality of ship repairs and upgrades.
I like the pictures. I do like the pictures. You know what I mean? They're a little bit more colorful than what we have currently. You know what I mean? It's a little bit, you know, it has that blue in it. It has that like tint of blue in each one. You know what I mean? I appreciate that, you know? It is what it is. What are people saying? I'm glad you guys are taking the time. That has to do with the delay. Okay.
In the world of Korea,
Hey, relax. I'm trying to scroll down here. They're not even talking about this. Add pirate bandits. Yes, I agree. Where is he? He's right over here. Add pirate bandits. I agree with this for sure. Will culture and diplomacy be added? Culture, I don't know. Diplomacy, there's going to be additions, I think. They're not even talking about it. Never mind. They're just asking more questions about different things. All right, never mind. But let me know, what do you think in terms of these skills? Where do you think they will go? Do you think that will even be in the same page, like where the skills are right now? Or, because this space is always empty. What if you put 3 of them right over here? You see how this menu kind of like drops down? What if it's like one right there? But that sounds crazy. Because like you could, look, you can move this a little bit right here. This one right here, you don't have to make it smaller. You just move it up. And then you have space for 3 of them down there. But then like, how do you... Because you want people to know like that it's bound to the specific things. Because not everyone, even though they've made posts about it and stuff like that, someone who purchases the game like 3 years from now, they're not going to know. You know what I mean? So it's like, you got to make it like make sense. Yeah, I'm very confused about the UI. But let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.